Hello everyone, how you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. So a few weeks ago, I decided to cook a meal for my family, but instead of trying to figure out a recipe myself, I decided to ask my good friend ChatGPT to come up with a recipe for me. And after a few attempts and a little bit of tweaking, we finally came up with a recipe called Cheeseburger Loaded Fries. So it looked interesting. It didn't have any gluten, which is great for my family. So I decided to give it a try. I needed my ingredient list. Okay, so the ingredients you need is a bag of frozen french fries, 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons garlic powder, 1 teaspoon salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 cups shredded cheddar cheese, a half a cup of chopped dill pickles. I substituted sweet relish, a half a cup of chopped red onion, which I omitted from my recipe. But if I had followed ChatGPT's recipe more strictly, there would have been a half a cup of chopped red onion, a half a cup of ketchup, and a quarter a cup of mustard. So, here's how that went.
I'm in the kitchen, so we have some frozen french fries and other ingredients, and we will be making this recipe. And we're going to see if ChatGPT knows how to make some food. So first, let me figure out how to use the oven. So the first step is we need to preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, while that's preheating, let's get the fries ready. The next step, we need to line a large baking sheet with parchment paper. Is wax paper parchment paper? I will be using aluminum foil, I think. Let me put my phone down for a second. And now we will lay down our fries. The next step is to spread the fries on a baking sheet and then bake according to instructions. So we have our fries. Beautiful. Nice and evenly spaced. We are still waiting for the oven to preheat. So I'll see you once the oven preheats.
Oh, whoosh! Okay, so I'm obviously not in the kitchen right now, so I didn't end up filming the entire thing, so I'll just finish summing up what happened from here. And we baked the fries according to the package instructions, which I believe was about 15 minutes. I was told that the fries were undercooked and should have been cooked longer. But I cooked according to the instructions on the package. So while the fries were cooking, we heated a large skillet over medium-high heat, and we added the ground beef, the Worcestershire sauce, the garlic powder, the salt, and the pepper, and we cooked, stirring occasionally until the beef was browned and cooked through. Once the fries were done, we removed the baking sheet from the oven and sprinkled the cooked ground beef over the top of the fries. ChatGPT specifically told us to sprinkle the beef. I just kind of poured it on. Then you sprinkle the shredded cheddar cheese over the ground beef, followed by the chopped dill pickles and red onion, which I omitted. I just don't like onion. But I decided to replace the dill pickle with sweet relish, which I decided to add to a different step of the recipe, which is coming up. The next step, in a small bowl, you mix together the ketchup and the mustard. I added in some sweet relish as well. Mix those together and drizzle the sauce over the top of the loaded fries. We return the baking sheets to the oven and bake for an additional 5 to 10 minutes, or until the cheese is melted and bubbly. Then we serve the loaded fries immediately, garnished with additional chopped pickles and onion if desired, which I didn't. So this recipe was mildly successful in my house. I enjoyed it. Most everyone seemed to enjoy it. The only notes were that the fries were slightly undercooked. They were still edible, but they weren't as cooked as they should have been, I guess. So apparently the frozen fries, at least in our oven, needs more time than the instructions actually tell you to cook it at. Another thing about this dish, the presentation. The ketchup and mustard mix tasted good, but it's kind of ugly, if you ask me. But most people didn't say anything about that. I would maybe fix that. Maybe just do the ketchup and the mustard separately. That way it looks more like a cheeseburger. There were people in my house that didn't like the mustard, but that was just a personal preference. But overall, ChatGPT made a serviceable recipe that, with some more tweaking, I think would become a good staple in my household. So if you want to try it yourself, maybe make some of your own tweaks, feel free. Leave a comment down in the comment section below if you've tried this and if it worked for you, or if it's something you would like to try, or if you've ever tried to have ChatGPT create a recipe of your own that you tried. Just let me know in the comment section below what your experience is. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. So long.